Welcome back to the second video on my Eid mini series. So last time I showed you guys how to make chicken korma, but I didn't show you what to pair it with. My favorite thing that I had growing up with the chicken korma was pulao. Pulao is a one-pot dish and it's so delicious. It's cooked with ginger, garlic, and all these delicious aromatics that really bring out the flavor. A lot of people use milk or a lot of people just use water. Today I'll show you my version of what I make. To begin, the only thing that you really have to prep is the onion. All you have to do is cut one whole onion and cut it into thin slices. After this, I also have Kalijeera rice, which I have 1/2 cup of that I just soak and I rinse. You'll see what I'm talking about later. Once I'm done cutting that into thin slices, I then grab a pot, and in my pot, I add in 2 tablespoons of ghee. I'll list down below where you can get it. This is very important to make pulao. On medium heat, once the ghee does heat up, I then add the onions that I just cut. I saute it around, and once it does get soft and a little more translucent, I then add my spices. My spices include 1 bay leaf, about 4 or 5 cloves, and 4 or 5 cardamom pods, and also a cinnamon stick. Following that, I then add 1 teaspoon of ginger paste, and then I also add about 1.5 teaspoon of garlic paste. I always like to add a little more garlic paste because I like the flavors more. I then mix that all together, and then once it becomes softer and more translucent, I then add my Kalijeera rice that I was talking about. I'll link down below where you can get it. It's a very specific type of rice. I wash and rinse that, and I add in about 1.5 cups of the rice. I then add that in, and this is so important to make the rice taste good. I toast the rice in the ghee and the spices, and then I also add about 2.5 teaspoons of salt. I then add 2 cups of room temperature water and 1 cup of hot milk. You can use powdered milk, you can use any type of milk that you want, but I'm specifically using my Lactaid milk because I feel like that works best. Some people also use whole milk. I then mix that together, and then I put my lid on and I cover it for about 10 minutes. Once it's done after 10 minutes, you'll see that I start mixing it around and there's milk on the bottom. That's actually what you want because this is the next step that I do. I then add aluminum foil, and then I cook it for 15 minutes. Now, I don't change the heat temperature on this because the whole purpose of this, it's supposed to seal the rice, and it's going to be fluffy, milky, and not mushy. You'll see once I do fold over the rice all just separates nicely together and it's not a mushy like consistency. Here I am showing it closer to the camera. Now we can finally enjoy it. We're finally back, and the best thing about this is that pulao can be served with so many different items. It's so versatile, it's quick, and it's so delicious. More importantly, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and also for those of you Muslims who are fasting and now are waiting for Eid, I know that some of you may be celebrating earlier than me or even after than me. Regardless, Eid Mubarak. And for those of you who are not Muslim or not practicing, I hope you guys enjoyed this anyways because it's so delicious.